Hey, what's going on, everybody? Yes. I know what you guys are doing. Relaxing, right? It's the evening time, but mic check. I want to make sure that y'all could hear me. For those of you guys logging on, type in the chat. Type in the chat the city and state actually where you are logging in from. Because one, I want to make sure that you guys can hear me. Two, I want to make sure that these ABCs are reaching across the country. Because, like I said, there's a lot of good gems that I'll be dropping and that we are dropping. Let me go ahead and dive right in. Just to tell you a little bit, this is the ABCs of Wealth Challenge. And what that is where I was actually challenged by my mentor to go live every single day for 26 days. Why 26? Well, there's 26 letters in the alphabet, right? And I was challenged to go live every single day with giving some nuggets on something to do with finances and mindset with every letter of the alphabet. So that's the ABC challenge. But without further ado, like I said, let me go ahead and jump right into it. Click like, click share, send it out to everybody that you know, because like I said, this is really special. It's challenging me, and I'm gonna keep it going. So today, I started on January 4th, and I will be going all the way till January 31st, right? That is 26 days of the alphabet, and today we are on E. Letter E. And E is standing for education. Now, education is a very broad perspective. But I'm going to tell you, education is very important. How many of you guys out there heard that once you get it up here, nobody can take it away from you? I know my mother used to always drill that in my head. Once you get it up here, nobody can take it away from you, right? But here's the thing. A lot of things that we were taught growing up in schools came from education. Here's the problem. Now, before I say this, I'm not against formal education at all. I'm not against that, because I went to school just like most of us. I even went further and got a college degree, a couple college degrees. And I'm not against formal education. But I do feel that formal education is outdated. It's outdated just a little bit, right? But with that, with the change of time, there are so many things that the education system doesn't prepare you for right now. One of the major reasons is because educational systems are controlled by endowments. Endowments are organizations or corporations that fund the educational system. So when I'm funding you and paying you, then guess what? You teach what I want you to teach. With that being said, you're not going to be taught financial education. You're not going to be taught entrepreneurship. You're not going to be taught things to make you wealthy, because that's not the design of educational systems. Educational systems are not designed to get the population, which are the students, prepared to go get wealthy. If they did that, then guess what? There would be nobody out here to work for corporations or businesses, because everybody would be doing their own thing. It's by design. So formal education is good, but formal education also keeps you kind of like in a square, if that makes sense. The only way for you to get out of that square is through self-education and specialized education. See, educational systems get you prepared to go work. And what most Americans do is they go get a job. Most jobs put you or give you a W-2. A W-2 is a form that you get at the end of the year so that you can file your taxes. Well, guess what? A lot of us are going to start getting those W-2s because it's coming around tax time, right? Well, here's the thing about a W-2. A W-2 is a tax code. So is a W-4. America uses letters and numbers to confuse you. W-2, W-4, 1099, 401k, 501c3, Schedule C, Schedule A, Schedule F. See, all of those are letters and numbers, which are tax codes. Here is the thing. A W-2 is a tax code, which is the highest tax bracket. Now, what does that mean? That means that as a laborer, which means that you just have a job, and that's all that you have for income, you are in the highest tax code because America sees you as just a laborer. They see you as not being able to contribute anything else to America other than work. So if they can't get anything out of you other than labor, then guess what? They put you in the highest tax bracket. That highest tax bracket takes 1/3 of your income. Yeah, 1/3. So every dollar you make, 1/3 of that goes to the government. That's highway robbery, right? But you did all the work. Well, fast forward at the end of the year when you get your W-2 to go file your taxes and you look at it. Now look, I'm just educating you guys, right? That's E. We on education of the ABCs, right? So when you look at your form, your W-2 form, it has your gross and it has your net. Well, guess what? That net sometimes makes you feel gross. But if you look at the net, there's 1/3 of your income missing. To break that down a little bit further, if 1/3 of your income is missing, then that means 1/3 of the year you did not get paid. Come on, y'all. It's simple, but it's complicated if you don't know it. Now, what does that mean? That means in reality, you got paid for 8 months out of the year instead of 12. See, we on E, education, right? How many of you guys actually out there knew that? The thing about endowments is those corporations that fund the educational system also control the stock market, also controls big business, also controls the taxes, also controls inflation, also controls capitalism, which is in the United States, which is where we live here in America. All of that all ties together. But I'm going to share this. If you don't surround yourself with people that know more than you in the direction that you're going or want to go, then you will continue to stay in the position that you were in. I'm telling you, that's just how it works. If you are doing the same thing right now that you did 5 years ago and you haven't gotten any further, you might want to check your circle. You might want to check your surroundings. It was often said, you might want to do a checkup from the neck up and see who those people are. Who's pouring into you? Who's teaching you? Just because you can afford a lifestyle does not mean that you are living above your means. A lot of people live above their means. I talked about on yesterday, actually, and I talked about on debt. And what I said on debt was interest is the penalty you pay for the right to own something in advance that you cannot afford. Well, there's a lot of people riding around with cars that they can't afford, clothes that they can't afford, living in houses that they can't afford, wearing shoes that they can't afford. It's nothing wrong with having nice things, but if you don't own them, and if you actually are not the one that paid for them fully, which means that you had to borrow the money to get it. You had to put it on a credit card. You had to go get a loan. You're making payments on it. Believe it or not, guess what? You don't own those things. And none of those things are tangible assets that are going to make you wealthy They have completely lost their value once you wore them, once you drive them, once you use them. See, that is not how it should be. I'm not going to get off deep into it because, like I said, I'm going to be real quick. But I am going to leave you with this and write this down. Wealthy people are privileged to information that the middle and lower class are not. Why is that? Because there is a difference in the mindset. There is a difference in the way that they think. There is a difference in the way that they understand money. You ever wonder why the middle class gets taxed a third of their income, but you have millionaires and billionaires that make that type of money that pay zero in taxes? Well, guess what? It's a money game out here. It's a game, period, that's being played. And if you don't learn and educate, that's the E, educate yourself on how this game is being played, then guess what? You will always be played. Look, that's my time. I'm about to get on out of here. That was E, education. Go back, look at A, B, C, and D. And guess what? I will be back tomorrow, rocking and rolling again with F and then G. But F, I don't know what I'm going to say on F. But anyway, click like, click share. I'm Brandon Caldwell. Y'all hold it down. Peace.